What is a weird trend that existed that everyone forgot about? That period in the late 90s and early 2000s where neon inflatable furniture was popular. Two dudes in my dorm got a bunch of those things, stuck Velcro on the bottom and on the ceiling, and had easy chairs that stashed completely out of the way when they weren't in use. Beep brilliant. Buys inflatable chairs to save space when they aren't needed. Blows them up one time. Says beep that and heads out to buy Velcro. Flash mobs? Oh god. OMG amazing flash mob in Adelaide Mall. OMG ZZZZZZ video has 10 people in it. It's always a slap to the face seeing Adelaide mentioned on Reddit. As a Goodwill employee I can assure you that none of these trends are really gone, they're just $2.99 on a back shelf. I find it very reassuring that I can go to Goodwill and find something that cheaply to remind me of yesteryear. The Harlem Shake. God, that was so weird. The best was a street interview with guys in Harlem showing them the Harlem Shake, and one of guys goes, "Nah, that's some beep from W4th." That era during the 2000s, early 2010s, when every popular song got an Alvin and the Chipmunks cover. Still can't believe we survived that. That's on a 30-year cycle. 1950s original Chipmunks have albums and puppet appearances. 1980s Saturday morning cartoon done by the original guy's son. 2000s also the son's property, but I think he licensed it instead of doing it himself. Keep an eye out for a revival on whatever people are into in 2030 or so. Kinda like Pennywise, but instead it's annoying singing rodents. Those Pharrell Williams Happy tribute videos. Not really weird, but kinda annoying. The weird obsession with mustaches in 2013 or whatever year it was. Don't forget bacon. The default subs were all mustaches and bacon back then. And narwhals. Planking. That trend where people would post pictures lying down in odd places. My favorite example of this was one of someone lying across the humps on a McDonald's sign. I always thought the planking thing was kinda dumb, but that was just impressive. That Flappy Bird video game. People were selling smartphones with Flappy Bird installed for hundreds of dollars. It was nuts. Edit. The majority were heavily used phones that were selling for hundreds. There was the occasional barely used phone that was really expensive, but eBay is not normally filled with used phones that are $1,000 or even $500. Thousands. In the 80s, there was a certain look. Thick socks, scrunched up. Best was to wear two pairs and alternate layer them. Then, a too large button-up shirt with some kind of graphic pattern, sleeves rolled up. You had to not tuck that in, yet wear a thin belt over it tightly at your waist. Finally, the hair. People remember the hair. A fringy bang over the forehead, but then a big, high roll coming up from the top of forehead too. So much hairspray. I was taught by an older girl who really nailed this look that the way to get the highest roll up top involved toothpaste, for the added texture and hold. She also taught me how to put on eyeliner. So much blue eyeliner. People remember the neon and weird patterns of the 80s, but have missed these fine details. May they never return. Edited to add LA Gear high tops and multiple laces were the right shoe for this look. Or the side ponytail that had to be at just the right angle so it didn't mess with the popped collar. Two different color layered polos. Bright colored silicone charity bracelets. Live strong. Tech deck fingerboards. Used to go over to a friend's house and shred his mini skate park. When swing music and swing dancing was really popular for like 6 months in 1998. Squirrel nut zippers and cherry poppin' daddies. Don't forget the best one, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. They were in swingers. In middle school, guys would wear extra long belts and it would dangle off to the side. They still do that. Off-white industrial belts were the thing to have if you had $100 laying around for a belt. Edit. After waking from my slumber I bust my beep laughing at these comments. Thank you Redditors for making not only my day, but my whole week. We used to wear an onion on the belt when I was in high school. That was the style at the time. When I was a kid, the kids around my neighborhood were into marbles. Almost everyone I knew had some and we'd all play each other for trades. Then Pokémon came along. Wow, you completely skipped Jax, Pogs and Tamagotchi. Yo-yos got pretty popular very briefly sometime in the 90s. Not sure if it was local to my school or more widespread. Mustache finger tattoos. Heelys. The shoes with a wheel in the heel. Remember silly bands? Everyone wanted character, animal, object-shaped rubber bands on their arm. We all traded them for ones we wanted more, and whoever had the most was the coolest. Some kids went as far as wearing them so tight they left marks. Then after about a year they dropped off the face of the earth and no one ever discussed them again. An slapbands, where it would be a bracelet and you would slap it on your wrist, and inside was an old tape measure. Those creepy clowns showing up everywhere in 2016. A simpler time. Can we go back to that? I'd really prefer that over this asterisk. When I was 10, kids at my school wore overalls backwards like crisscross. Edit. Adjusted age. Hello fellow 40-year-old. Thanks to one popular song in the 90s, everyone was obsessed with Gregorian chants for a few months. It didn't even seem that weird at the time. The song, https://u2b x4mao4a3x4. This song takes me to a place where I'm 8 years old and in an aggressively air-conditioned zoo gift shop while browsing galaxy dolphins printed on t-shirts. Fidget spinner. From 2017. This trend came in just like that, and within a few months, it was completely forgotten about. Wait, that was 3 years ago. Geez, I got I think 8 in that short amount of time, and I got into it towards the end of it. Now I just see one around my house every once in a while and get inexplicably angry. Coney 2012. What a fever dream. Well, butterfly clips. I wore butterfly clips and Velcro faux gemstones in my hair to my high school prom. And yes, my prom dress had spaghetti straps. Why do you ask? Mannequin challenge. I actually thought that was pretty cool. Some creative videos. Making friendship pins with tiny colored beads strung on little gold safety pins. We laced them through our gym shoes. YOLO. I didn't understand why that word became so popular. Popped collars and Abercrombie & Fitch. That phase of high school was interesting. At least 3 to 6 Mafia gave us a song about it. I worked at Hollister my senior year of high school. Popped so many collars when dressing mannequins. Once we had to layer 3 polos onto one mannequin, all collars popped of course. 2007, what a time. Hypercolor t-shirts. Showing your age there pal. I had one. NGT, showing your age there pal. And LT, chuckles nervously in pet rockin' GT. Platform shoes. Butterfly hair clips. FUBU. Jankos. Pencil-thin eyebrows. Wearing dresses over bell-bottom jeans. Basically, an entire dealie *S or Alloy magazine. This just transported me back to freshman year in such a